Peace and blessings, everyone. This is Lasagna with the Goddess Key. Thank you for joining me. I'm here doing a video today because I wanted to do an update on the mobile notary side of my business. So I have gotten a lot of response to the video that I posted earlier this year once I lost my job, or I was laid off. I don't want to say I lost it, but my freedom was given to me, I should say. And so again, I've gotten a lot of requests, a lot of inquiries, and I want to thank all of those who have subscribed to my channel. I am so happy that you found the information that I have provided as a good resource. And I know within the past month or so, I started getting requests in reference to the sound quality. So I hope that this new setup that I've been trying to work on for the past week or two to update you all on what has been going on since COVID, some additional information that you can use in your developing your notary business. Again, my name is Lasagna. I am here in the state of Georgia, and the state of Georgia has the mobile notary quite different from the rest of the United States. I know here and in South Carolina, it is an attorney state only when you're dealing with mortgage closings and things of that nature, but you can do other forms of notary, which is where like the bread and butter of your income would come from if you were doing mobile notaries for mortgages. Now, I have run into some people who still will do a mortgage closing notary, even though they are not an attorney. So sometimes you can reach out to different title companies and work through them if you have a good reputation, if you have gone through the necessary steps to understand what it is to do mortgage closings, or if you know someone that is an attorney that is willing to let you work under them to do mortgage closing here in the state of Georgia. Now, since COVID, Brian Kemp, or Governor Kemp, I think his name is Brian Kemp, issued an executive order to allow notaries to be done via Zoom or video. Now, I looked into this and it was not a benefit for me because some of the companies that I reached out to, they're more geared to heavy volumes of mortgage closings or heavy volumes of notaries, not necessarily general notaries. And so the fees and things were based off of that. And what I found, it just doing general notaries, it was not going to be a benefit, and the costs would exceed of what you would be able to make. Okay, so with that being said, this was around, I want to say around May that this executive order was issued. So I'm not sure if that's still in effect. I'm pretty sure it may be. But given that Georgia reopened, one of the first states to kind of reopen, I'm pretty sure that has gone away and more people are now doing both, probably virtual and in person, given that you are following the proper CDC requirements or the state of Georgia requirements when it comes to 6 feet apart, wearing your mask and things of that nature. Now, when COVID first hit, I was getting a lot of calls, and I did not choose to take any of those calls because at the time, you never know with this government, what they're doing, what they're saying is the truth. So I didn't want to put my health in jeopardy, given that I am a co-parent with two boys here, and and their father lives in the state of New York. So I didn't want to take the risk of getting sick and really not having any main support here in Georgia if I should. But I did get a lot of calls during the month of April and May. I started back up in June. Things were pretty normal as usual with my part-time, because I switched over to try to do it full-time, and then COVID hit, and so things have just not been in the way that I would wanted it to be. So with that being said, I started back in June. It was good to have additional income coming in. Again, I started receiving requests about more information. So I did some consulting with some people who reached out, and also tried to focus on my other business, which I hope you all stay around and enjoy some of the content that will be coming soon for the Goddess Key lessons with feminine guidance and affirmation and just positive things to bring into your life to help you expand and grow in your business, because that's one of the key foundations of doing a business, is being positive and having a positive mindset. So with that being said, and since then, I want to say June, July, a little bit in August. So not a whole lot in September. We are now in October, and most of the time here, what I have found, I cannot speak for anyone else. Like I said, I've been doing this since 2016. What I found that during the winter months, it tend to be very, very slow. Okay, and I guess given that, things are winding down, we're in an election season, companies are kind of on hold because of COVID. Even if it wasn't COVID, companies tend to be wrapping up their books, because I did accounting for 20 something plus years, from accounts payable, accounts receivable, bookkeeping, cash applications. I don't deal too much in taxes, just some personal income tax for friends, but I don't deal too much when it comes to taxes. So I've did that for the past 20 plus years. So with October, November, and December, they're pretty much wrapping up to close their books if a company's closing period of year end is December 31st. So many companies are not doing much. So you have a lot of business that's kind of like on standstill. A lot of people are not going to go and do much home shopping. Most of the time people shop or do a lot of business, or school is already in. You don't need school notaries. Christmas is coming. So from like now, October to February, things will be typically slow. Not to say you can't get any business, but far as general notaries, it tends to slow down. And also from what I've seen and work with a good friend of mine who is a real estate agent, it tends to be slow. So with that, there are some other options that I want to share. One in particular, if you want to go and register, but you will need to have a background check, and you will also need to have some form of certificate to state that you have gone through the process of being a signing agent. I know that this is what the requirement was when I registered on this site, and I will leave the link below of this video so that you can go and sign up for within their platform, and it's called SnapDoc. Now, SnapDoc, what you do, you go and register. You upload all of your information, your background check. You have to have notary insurance. You will need your certificate from the state of Georgia that you are issued once you get your once you go and register to become a notary in your county. They will give you a certificate. And also, it would be good to take the Georgia notary class. You can take the class. It's only $10 for the test. It's very easy. It's something good to have under your within your requirements, and just to show that you have done the test. And then they will ask you a series of questions to make sure you understand. And once you do that, then there are other title companies or notary companies that will put in a request for a notary within your area. So I'm in Northern Gwinnett. You may be in South Fulton. So I may not get that notification because I'm not in South Fulton. I'm in Northern Gwinnett area. So whatever area you select, if they have a need for a notary in that area, then you will get a text message, and you can go to the link, and it'll have the description of what the assignment is. So sometimes it could be like a loan modification or a settlement, and it may be $75, it may be $30. I think the lowest that I've seen is only been $30. It may be some car title things where someone has had an accident and they're doing something with the insurance, and they need you to go out and do the notary. Now keep in mind that it takes, some companies will not pay you until maybe 2 months later. So what they do is, let's say for the month of October, let's say you get the assignment for the month of October. They don't close out their books until October 31st. Then they don't cut the check until November. And you will not get your check until December. So keep that in mind when you're taking these type of assignments, and how long the pay period is for these particular companies. I know quite a few that do this, and this is why a lot of times I don't take the assignments, because I have to wait for so long to get the money, and sometimes it's just not worth it for me. Maybe good for you, but in the beginning I was doing it, and I just felt like, it was just taking too long for me. So snapdoc.com, I will leave a description below. That is a resource that you can go and sign up for, get notaries, but keep in mind these may be some of the requirements to start getting jobs notifications: your background check, insurance, and you went through a signing agent program and have passed the test. So I hope this clear up any issues. Again, Georgia is a attorney state only. Some people still do. I know one young lady who helped me out in the beginning. She does notary full time, and she also will do mortgage closing, and she'll go ahead and do them. This is what she told me. But I personally want to follow the law, and so this is why I don't do them unless they are from another state. So if someone comes that's buying a home that's here in Georgia, and they can't get to North Carolina, or they can't get to Texas, or wherever they may be, then yes, I do those mortgage closings, but they're very, very few and far in between, especially now during COVID season, and a lot of things are now being switched to virtual. So this is also something that, as notaries, we want to look into, far as seeing how virtual will work in this industry. I know there's been some chatter I researched in the past about blockchain, where a document will be created, you can sign it, and it'll just filter, and they'll know like this is you once you identify yourself on the blockchain. So I'm not sure how notaries will go in the future, but for right now it's still person to person. They want to see that stamp, and until a lot of the other AI technology is set up when it's dealing with notaries, we still have some kind of business. So I thank you again for your comments and feedback. I thank all of those who have subscribed to the channel, and please subscribe to the channel and hit that like button so it can generate more for my channel, and hit the notification button so when I do post some videos, you will be notified of any new postings. Please visit my website, thegoddesskey.com. Also, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at thegoddesskey333. And my notary website is kmtnotary.com. And again, thank you so much and have a wonderful day.